explosives and pyrotechnics factories, delikado yan, firefighting, healthcare, so included.
Tripod.
Yes, so, yan. So, thank you, sir. Diktaan, medyo na turn on yung mic. We have the mining, water supply, sewage, works in which chlorine is used in bulk, and activities closely similar to those enumerated above. These are potentially high-risk activities. So, yan. So, we also have definition of terms for medium risk establishment, okay, and low risk establishment, imminent danger, micro, small enterprise, MSEs. So, these are a 11058. Okay. May I ask if anybody can answer? Uh, do you have a copy for this? Do you know where to get the copy of the Osh standard? Or meron ba sa inyo dyan na merong kopya na ng ating parang sabi na Bible ng safety general? Yes, sir. Sir Perry. Go ahead, sir. Yourself.
Yes, sir. I have the copy of the Osh.
Yes, is it the hard copy?
Both, sir.
Okay. So you have the hard copy and iPad. So good for you, sir. So for those who have not, thank you, Sir Perry. You have no copy, you can actually download the Osh Standards 2020 edition. That's the latest. And you can view there the RA 11058, the last part. Nandun yung Republic Act 11058 and implementing rules and regulations. Okay. Now, let's go to Safety Officer 1, Safety Officer 2, Safety Officer 3, Safety Officer. Ano ito? So, SO1. Okay, so SO1, an employee has completed the 8 hours orientation with 2-hour TOT, trainer's training. That's SO1. So, 1 day lang yan. Sa SO2 naman, we have the 40 hours training. It can be Bosch or Kosh. For SO3, ito na yung you can apply as an OSH practitioner. 40-hour OSH training course applicable to the industry. Then, you must also have additional 48 hours of advanced training. Now, what are these advanced training? So, ito yung mga let's enumerate now. SPA, Safety Program Audit. We have the LCM, Loss Control Management, WEM, Work Environment Measurement, and TOT, Training of Trainers. No, hindi yung 2 hours lang, but some STOs are catering 3 days is TOT training up to 5 days. Okay. And we have the SO4. So SO4, ito yung tinatawag ng mga safety consultant. Okay, 40-hour OSH training course. Merong 8 hours advanced specialized training and aggregate of 320 hours of occupational safety and health related training or experience. So let's go to section 4, duties of employers. So it says here, equip a place of employment for workers free from hazardous conditions that are causing or likely to cause death, illness, or physical harm. So it is the duty of employer to safeguard the workers from the hazardous conditions of their establishment. Provide a complete job safety instruction and GSTI, Job Safety Task Instruction, for all workers, including but not limited to those relating to familiarization with their work environment. Next, ensure that the chemical, physical, and biological substances and agents and ergonomics psychosocial stresses are under control without risk to health. So, ano ba yun itong PCBE actually? Chemical, physical, biological, and ergonomics. So, this is under health hazards. So, meron akong acronym to. Para ano ba yung mga health hazards? So, these are the health hazards. So, namely, apat sila. And meron dagdag, no? The psychosocial stress. Panglima. Okay. Use only approved specific industry set of standards of devices and equipment for the workplace. Okay. Devices and equipment. Approved by Osh Center. Comply with Osh, including training, medical examination, and where necessary provisions of PPE and machine guards. So make arrangement for workers and their representative to have the time and resource to participate in the process of organizing, planning, and implementation, monitoring, evaluation, and action for improvement of the OSH management. Okay? Section 4 still, duties of employers, provide where necessary measures identifying trainings and drills, evacuation plans, etc. to deal with emergencies, fires, and accidents. Yan. So, trabaho ni safety supported by the employers. Comply with all repertory requirements for OSH standards. So, mamaya we'll have the repertory requirements of the OSH standards. Register establishment to DOLE as provided under the OSH standard. So that is registration of establishment, Rule 1020. Next, participate in capacity building activities on health and safety and other OSH-related topics and programs. So, duties of workers naman to. Proper use of safeguards. So, dapat gamitin lang mga safeguards, safety devices for their protection. Comply with the instruction to prevent accidents. So, ito yung mga dapat nilang comply. Observe prescribed steps, SOP to be taken in cases of emergency. Report to their immediate supervisor any hazard that may be discovered in the workplace. Yeah. Duties of workers. Okay, of other persons, any other person, including the builder, constructor, shall comply with the provisions of the rules and all other regulations issued by the SEC, labor and employment. Okay, so whenever two or more undertakings are engaged in activities simultaneously in one workplace, so there are workplaces na tawag din mixed use. So, ito yung mga mixed use. It shall be the duty of all concerned to collaborate and cooperate to ensure compliance with the standard. We have also the workers' right to know. Under Section 5 of RA 11058, all workers, including new hires, shall be provided training and information on all types of hazards in the workplace in a language and dialect that workers understand. A reorientation of safety and health for workers in high-risk establishment. So must be conducted regularly. So yeah, so I am from the construction industry. So yeah, ginagawa namin with PowerPoint presentation. And we do it monthly. So sinasabi dito not less than once a quarter to be conducted immediately following any changes in the operations and production process. Workers' right to refuse unsafe work. No? The worker has the right for refusal to work without threat or reprisal from the employer as determined by DOLE. An immediate danger situation exists. So, hindi pwedeng tanggalin or takutin na tatanggalin ng employer yung worker na refusal to work, no? Lalo na kung mayroong imminent danger. As preventive measure, safety officer may, without the fear of reprisal, implement WSO or work stoppage order. or suspend operations in cases there are imminent danger. So, yan. So, yan ang trabaho ni safety. The employer cannot require the workers to return to work where there is a continuing imminent danger. Ako yan, of Section 6. Workers affected by the existence of the imminent danger situation, yan, so may be temporarily assigned to other areas within the workplace provided there is no impending issue with safety. Yung mga na hindi pa pauwiin yung worker kasi merong imminent danger, they refuse to work, for example, then wala silang magawa. So, pwede silang bigyan ng other activity. Okay. General housekeeping, that's for an example. While yung unsafe condition is being corrected. Workers' right to report accidents. Yan. So, meron na sila ngayong right to report accidents. Workers and their representative shall have the right to report accidents, mga dangerous occurrence, hazards to the employer, to DOLE and to other concerned government agencies. Reporting of accidents to DOLE may be made through any means of communications, including use of the DOLE hotline, whichever is convenient to the worker. The same may be reported to the nearest DOLE regional office over the place of the incident, having jurisdiction. Yan. Ang kuanan nito, as I have attended DOLE seminars, meron silang appeal. Huwag naman lahat ng mga workers diretso sa DOLE. If they found that yung diretso aksidente, kasi yung nangyayari lately, yung last na aksidente sa site is that nahulog sa about 3 meters working from height. The worker, hindi siya dumaan doon sa intended access, but nag-shortcut siya, no? This is on construction. Doon sa gilid dumaan, and pumanaog. Ang problema is that nakahawak siya ng piece of material, an aluma, no? Aluma, yung mga ginagamit sa construction. Hindi pala yung nakapako or hindi siya secured. Nung hinawakan niya pababa, akala niya secured. Nung doon na siya take ng support, no, yung kamay niya, dumiretso ngayon. Kaya nahulog siya. Nung nahulog siya, merong ambulance yung company, nakawangwang. Then, nung pinasok na siya, I don't know, there are other establishments nearby, mga BPO. So, na-picturean, siguro nakita doon na parang tinabunan. And yung na-report sa DOLE, sila pa yung naunang na-report. May nag-report sa DOLE. May fatal accident in which hindi naman yun fatal. No? Dinala sa hospital, it is can be a debilitating injury kasi nagkaroon ng crack doon sa paa ng worker na nahulog. So, reporting of accidents to DOLE may be through identifications. Yan, so, wag dumiretso. So, yan, appeal natin sa mga workers or to workers nearby. Workers' right to PPE. Meron din silang right to PPE. So, yung PPE is dapat free of charge, provided by the employer. Okay, so appropriate size and tested and approved by DOLE, approved by Osh Information. The usage of PPE in all establishment, project sites, and all other places where work is being done shall be based on the evaluation and recommendation of the safety officer. Yung safety officer, dadaan sa kanya yung mga PPE for evaluation and recommendation. Of course, sa actual, meron niyang bago namin i-recommend sa ating management for purchase is pinapa-testing mo. Tested by safety officer mismo and the worker. All PPE must be of approved size, weight, and type, no, to specific workers. Failure to provide appropriate PPE in high-risk activities shall give rise to the right of the worker to refuse unsafe work. Ito yung kagandahan ng RA 11 Empowered yung ating worker. Safety signage and devices, we have Section 9. Yan, so ito naman sa mga safety signages. Okay. All establishment project sites shall have safety signage and devices to warn workers and the public also of the hazards. Okay, safety signages and devices shall be posted in a conspicuous place at the strategic locations, understandable to all. Section 10, safety in the use of equipment. Yan. So, contractor, subcontractor must comply with the set standards by DOLE. Appropriate training and certification by TESDA. Yan. So, kung ang iyong project site is merong mga heavy equipments, so the operator should have this TESDA certification, training certification. Any idea what's the name of this certification from TESDA? Anybody? Okay, so since yes, NC2. Yes, thank you, sir. That's NC2 or National Certificate 2. Now for the operators, NC2 yan. For rigger, it's called NC1. Okay, so Section 11, Osh Information. The employer, contractor, or subcontractor, if any, shall provide the workers in all establishments, projects, and all other places where work is being undertaken adequate and suitable information on the following. Now, workplace hazard and risk posed on safety and health on the workers, such as chemical safety data sheet or CSDS. Okay, so ano yung CSDS? So, it's from the supplier, no? Coming from the supplier, we ask for the CSDS. So, dapat merong kopya yung establishment. Okay, appropriate measures including the probable location of workers, emergency and disaster management protocols, so Osh Information. Osh program. Yan, so covered workplaces shall develop and implement a suitable Osh program in a format prescribed by DOLE. Yan, so it shall be posted in prominent places. Okay, for establishment less than 10 workers and low risk, okay, the OSH program shall be duly signed by the employer but must include at least the following: commitment to comply with the OSH requirements, general safety and health programs, merong HIRAC or yung hazard identification, risk assessment and control, medical surveillance, first aid and emergency medical services. And for meron ding mga policies, no? Promotion of the following health domains: the drug-free workplace and the mental health services in the workplace. Healthy lifestyle also. Section 12, to continue OSH program, so hanggang 16 yan, no? Prevention and control of the following health domains. So to continue, we have the HIV, and we have also TB and Hep B. The company or project details, composition and duties of the OSH committee, and importante yan, no? Yung OSH committee. Pag walang OSH committee, ibabalik yan ng DOLE. Dapat yung OSH committee TO or yung members with names. No? Hindi yung general na name. For example, the secretary of the HS committee. Sino nga yung secretary? Any idea? Secretary of the HS committee. Okay, yes, safety officer. The secretary of the HS committee. Okay. OSH personnel and facilities, safety and health promotion, training, education, non-gender orientation of all workers on OSH. So, sa ating establishment, if we are to read the OSH program, nandiyan na yan, guideline na yan, para safe yung ating work site. provision and use of PPE, provision of safety signages. One good practice in one company I had before is that we implement yung OSH program must be read, no, continuously by the safety officer. Kasi yun yung nasa construction ako, I have 8 projects before, no, under me. Tapos inikutan ko, ilan lang, no, less than half ang nagbabasa ng OSH program. In construction, we have the construction safety and program. Nung tinignan ko yung iba, bagong-bago pa. Yung print pa lang, tapos approved by DOLE, may tatak doon, received by DOLE. And hindi siya na gamit. What's the use of that? In practical, yun dapat yung gamitin ng ating mga safety enforcers, safety officers. It should be read, no? Basahin. No? So what we do is that we require the safety officers and the enforcers to read during break time. Break time in the morning, break time in the afternoon, break time during lunch break. After their lunch, they read some of the parts of the OSH program para makita nila kung ano yung mga hindi pa na-comply or na-comply man pero hindi yung compliance as per program, no, hindi kompleto, so it can be completed. Again, our Bible, no? The general Bible in safety is the Yellow Book, but we have also a Bible for our specific establishment, which is the OSH program. Make use of that. That's our guidelines. That's the guidelines of the safety and implementing the safety program as per standard, OSH standards. Okay, nandiyan na nila natin, solid waste management, control and management of hazards. Okay, dito naman for medium to high risk establishments. Yan, so merong pag high risk na, so yung mga dust control, for example sa construction, we do the dust control and management. Prohibited acts, penalties for violations, and nakapaloob na rin yung cost of implementing company OSH program. Cost. So, yung budget na safety. Okay. Now, klaro dito, the OSH program shall be communicated and be made readily available to all persons in the workplace. It shall be updated periodically whenever the DOLE and other agencies and institutions promulgate new rules, guidelines, and other issues related to workers' safety and health. A duly signed company commitment to comply OSH requirements together with the company OSH program using the prescribed template shall be considered approved upon submission except for the construction safety and program shall need approval by DOLE prior to construction. So, again. OSH programs in the pre-approved template may be modified by DOLE as necessary based on the existing laws. Okay, marami yan. So, we have the checklist also from DOLE for this program, OSH program. Okay, Section 613, OSH Committee. Yan, importante ang OSH Committee. For establishments less than 10 workers and low-risk establishments, SO1 shall establish an OSH Committee. Sa low-risk naman ito. For medium to high-risk, the OSH Committee of the covered one shall be composed of the following. Merong employer, no, the ex-officio chairperson is the employer or her representative. The secretary is the safety officer, sabi nga ni Sir kanina, and others as you can see on the screen. For certified first aiders, nurse, dentist. Members, mga safety officers representing the contractor, subcontractor. Okay, ano yung function ng OSH Committee? Shall effectively plan, develop, oversee, and monitor the implementation of the OSH program. So, ito, guide lang. Kung walang OSH Committee yung ating establishment, napasukan ng DOLE, it is a ground for monetary penalty. Okay. Ito yung for establishment, no? House, no? Two or more establishment under one building. So, merong tinatawag na Joint Coordination Committee, Coordinating Committee to plan and implement programs. So, chairperson, building owner, yan, representative, safety, secretary is the safety officer of the building or complex appointed by the chairperson. So, yung members is at least 2 safety officers of the established house under one building or complex. Section 14, safety officer, yan, oversee the overall management of the OSH program in coordination with the OSH committee. Assist, actually, 8 to, no? There are 8 duties and responsibilities. So, highlight na ito is 4 lang. Yan. So, one of this is issue WSO whenever necessary based on the requirements and procedures provided by the OSH standards. So, ano ito yung mga safety officer? So, nakikita natin, no, as provided from the RA 11058, we have the SO1, mandatory 8-hour orientation with 2 hours TOT. For safety officer 2, 40 hours basic OSH training, course applicable to the S3. And SO3, yan, at least 2 years of experience in OSH. Kailangan lang meron siyang additional 48 hours of advanced training. Itong other requirements as prescribed by the OSH standards, ito yung mga reportorial documents to be submitted by the safety officer for 2 years in the nearest regional office. Pag naka-comply siya nito, then she can apply as an OSH practitioner. Okay, and of course the safety consultant. Yung SO4 naman, okay, so yan, so, safety officer, 4-year consultant. So marami na requirement. At least 4 years siyang work as an SO3. So, minimum classification number of safety officer for all covered workplace shall be as follows. So, kung saan kayo na belong, low risk, medium risk, high risk, this will be your guide. This will be the guide over the safety kung para masabi ni safety na, kulang kami kulang ako ng underman. Okay? Based on this, no? Magbase sa inyong number of workers. If you are the appointed safety officer, no, kailangan ka ng, you have the training and also, you will know parang hindi na tayo sumusunod sa standard. Kasi sinasabi ng standard, sir, nasa 199 na yung manpower natin at isang SO2 lang, sir, which is sinasabi dito, nasa high risk tayo, sir, kailangan meron dagdag na isang SO3. So, with this, the safety officer can recommend to the management to add manpower. Okay. Same with the OSH personnel and facilities. So, ito yung mga number of workers versus the number of personnel. Okay. Depende kung nasaan kayo na paloob, low risk or medium to high risk. Okay, continue yan. So, meron dyan FT, PT. So, FT means full-time and PT is part-time. Again, this is only a presentation, no? Para alam nyo, aware tayo, safety orientation, that there is a guideline and kung hindi man natin matuhog kaagad ngayon, you can check on this, review on this on the OSH standards. You can review on the e-file. No? Kayong wala pang hard copy, check on the OSH Standards 2020 edition. On the last part of the book or the e-file, you'll see the RA 11058. Yan, so facilities naman sa low risk to medium to high risk, yung treatment room, yung number of treatment room, number of clinic, number of first aid, treatment room for the medium to high risk and hospital. Pero merong provision dyan. Sinasabi dito, the employer may not establish a hospital or dental clinic in the workplace where there is a hospital or dental clinic which is located not more than 5 kilometers away. Kung meron namang, for example, yung aming site is nasa IT Park and the nearest is the Perpetual Socorro, no? Uh, not more than 5 kilometers or, sinasabi ito, or accessible in not more than 25 minutes travel time. So, pwede naman pala walang established hospital or dental clinic sa workplace as long as may malapit. 5 kilometers away and or 25 minutes within 25 minutes travel time. For this, the employer shall enter into a written contract, yung MOA, Memorandum of Agreement with the nearest hospital. Okay, so for the safety and health training, all safety and health personnel shall undergo the mandatory training as prescribed by DOLE. Para sa SO1, SO2, SO3, SO4, nandiyan nakikita nyo, mandatory 8 hours for SO1 and 14 hours training for say, SO2 and so on. No? And first aider, my standard first aid training from Red Cross and for the occupational health nurse on up at least 40-hour basic training course for occupational health nurses. And also for dentists, so physician, we have the 56-hour basic OSH training for physician. Section 16. All workers shall undergo the mandatory workers OSH seminar as prescribed by DOLE, which shall be jointly participated by workers and employers. The mandatory workers OSH seminar may be conducted by the safety officer or any certified OSH practitioner or consultant. Okay. Okay, so the OSH seminar and other trainings, orientations as required by the employer and by any law shall be at no cost on the worker and considered as compensable working time. Yung mga nagkakandak ng training, yung one-day orientation sa site, it should be compensable, no? Working time. Hindi yung ikakandak Sunday tapos walang bayad. So, may bayad dapat yun. All personnel engaged in the operation, erection, dismantling of equipment, ito yung mga such training, okay, shall undergo specialized instruction and training on said activities. It shall also include, among others, topics on safety and PPE, and for the high-risk work-related, including those application of handling of the same. So, sinasabi ko kanina, ano yung mga to be submitted to DOLE by the safety? Ito yung sinasabit ni safety. WARMA. Yan. So, WARMA is an acronym. W stands for the WAIR, no? Or Work Accident Illness Report, to be submitted on the 20th day of the following month. So, kung nangyari yung accident, debilitating injuries, anong date ngayon? Today is May 24. So, the report should be submitted to DOLE on or before the 20th day of June. Yun. So, sa annual WAIR, the Annual Work Accident Injury Exposure Data Report or AADR, Accident Injury Exposure Data Report, ito nasa loob itong template nito, yung frequency rate, yung severity rate, and yung computation, no? Nandyan yun, computation. Then the R stands for Report of Safety Organization or the RSO. Ito yung TO or the HS Committee. Sino yung chairman, sino yung secretary, sino yung members, sino yung nurse, yan. Then the minutes of OSH Committee meeting to be submitted to DOLE. Yan, kung sino man sa inyo, you are listening right now, you want to be a safety practitioner someday, okay, you need to have submit this WARMA, no, to DOLE. Aside sa meron tayong training COSH or BOSH, no, within 2 years, submit natin ito yung mga reportable requirements for us to be qualified as to apply and on to to become an OSH practitioner. Minutes of OSH committee meeting. So before we conduct our meeting monthly, so we submit our minutes of meeting to DOLE, or we call that the monthly report, monthly, no? As said, ano pangalan niya, monthly report. But the standard is requiring quarterly. Okay. And we have the last, the A, no? Annual medical report. So, ito, guideline lang. The annual medical report, kung tayo yung safety, yung gagawa nito is the medical personnel. So, meron tayong signatory doon, conferred by or approved by doon sa template. Okay? So, submit this WARMA, these 5 documents, and you will be eligible for an OSH practitioner, to become an OSH practitioner. Okay? Workers' competency certification, ito yung mga TESDA certification, including CPD for yung mga license, no, PRC. Workers' welfare facilities, section 19, supply of drinking water, washing facilities, sanitary, and so on. All other OSH standards, no? Cost of safety and health program, the total cost of implementing a duly approved OSH program should be assessed operation cost. Sa CHC3, meron dapat yung separate, no? Yung detailed items for safety. Naka-costing yan to ilan yung budget ng tubig, budget ng PPE, budget ni health for the mga first aid materials, and yung gamit ni nurse, no? Kung sakali mang may magpunta sa clinic for illness and injuries related to the workplace. Joint and solidarity liability. The employer, project owner, contractor, if any, who manages, controls, supervises the work being under shall be jointly and solidarily liable to compliance and with official safety and health standards, including the penalties imposed for violation of law. For example, yung kami is GenCon, I am from NBC before, and meron kami maraming subcontractor. Pag pinasukan ng DOLE, tapos yung they find that the subcontractor is not complying with the standards as per DOLE, ang madadrag niyan is yung name ng GenCon. So the GenCon is solidarity, we have solidarily liable or liability with the contractors or subcontractors. Yan. Yes, Sir Archie Chua, nag-open ng mic si Sir Archie. Any questions, sir?
Yes.
Okay, so okay, I guess walang questions, Sir Archie. So let's continue. I hope you're still there and listening. And yes, go ahead. Okay, so let's continue. Yan. Statutory powers of the Secretary of Labor, Section 23. And so, sinasabi dito na the Labor Secretary and yung representative niya may order stoppage of work or suspension of operations. No? When there is a non-compliance to the OSH standards. Yan, so pwedeng pumasok yung mga LLC yung mga tawag doon ng mga nagbibisita sa ating establishment is the labor law compliance officers, no? And they have this visitorial powers of the Secretary of Labor. So, meron silang malaking ID sa dala-dala nila, and I remember before, no, hindi pa ako masyadong aware. I was SO2 pa ako noon. And may pumasok na taga-dole. Sabi ng gwardiya, taga-dole sir, ba naratol. Naratol. Naratol si safety. So, hindi pa masyadong baguhan ba. Hindi alam yung gagawin yun. So, nung pinapasok ng gwardiya, kasi pag hindi pinapasok, tapos may ID naman, no, pwede kasi i-confirm yan with Dole. Meron silang ID kung totoong sila ba from Dole. And pinapasok ngayon na tapos hindi ko rin na cascade ng team na dapat ay dapat you accommodate the LLCO nung kailangan niya, anong hinahanap niya or so wala lang. So medyo na alibadbaran siguro yung taga LLCO, daming findings, dami niya nakita, tapos pinanapan kami ng program. Yung kasama ko, hindi alam kung nasaan yung program nakalagay, wala pa yung hindi pa na-establish yung sinabi ko kanina na the safety program must be read, no, during break time. So within some minutes, 3 minutes to 5 minutes, pag wala ka na i-present kay Dole, representative, yan, lalagyan na yan na you're not in compliance, wala kang CHSP o wala kang Osh program. So imagine, na-report yun, meron silang ginagawang report submitted to the establishment at talagang masasabon si safety. Ano ba naman safety? May pinirmahan ako ng Osh program. May alam ko naman, may email naman, may approved tayo na Osh program. But wala kayo na-presenta. Ano ba yung ginagawa nyo? Yan, so, yun, yung first time. So, nasabon kami kasi hindi namin in-accommodate yung safety. Yung LLCO, Labor Law Compliance Officer, Safety Inspector. Yan, so, next time, alam na namin yung gagawin pag merong taga-dole na pumasok sa site is that accommodate, dalhin natin sa room, no, o yung ating kung saan nagkakandak ng OSH meetings ng ating and ask him kung saan yung kailangan at ibigay kagad yung mga documents na kailangan nila. And what we do now is that we ask for provisions kasi bisita yan. So ask for petty cash. So pakainin natin o painumin ng wag naman yung nakakalasing, no. Painumin lang anong kailangan niya, no. Drinks at yung mindset dapat ni safety towards the mga may bubisita sa site establishment, yung mga LSU. Mga katulong yan to establish safety on site. They are a guide, no? We can share with them the problems, yung mga recurring problems, so that they will advise, or yung mga hindi masyadong pinakikinggan ng management, yung mga recommendations natin as a safety, they will help you. Okay, they can help. So, payment of workers during work stoppage due to imminent danger. So, kung meron mga imminent danger at work stoppage, the employer shall pay the affected workers their corresponding wages during the period of work stoppage. Okay. For the purpose of payment of wages and other liabilities arising from the WSO, work stoppage order, the employer is presumed a party at fault if the WSO was issued secondary to an imminent danger situation or unsafe condition, which might imperil the lives of the workers. So, a mandatory conference at not later than 72 hours shall be held to determine whether the work stoppage order will be lifted or not. Delegation of authority. Okay, the authority to enforce the OSH standards may be delegated by the Secretary of Labor to a competent government authority. Ayan. 26, standard setting for the power of Secretary of Labor. Ayan. The Secretary shall institute new and updated programs to ensure safe and healthy work conditions, especially in hazardous industries, including construction. The worker may file claims for compensation benefit arising out of a work-related disability or death. Meron tayong tinatawag na ECC, Employees Compensation Claim, no, from the Employees Compensation Commission. Okay? Incentives to employers and workers. So dapat may package, no, of incentives under such rules promulgated by DOLE to qualified employees and workers, recognizing their efforts towards ensuring compliance with the standards. Ano mga ito? OSH training packages, additional protective equipment, technical guidance, recognition awards, and other similar incentive. So yan, it's a good practice, no, to have an incentive para sa ating mga workers. For the DOLE naman, meron din sila mga ganyan, no, ginagawa. Meron silang free Bosch training every year. So ito yung highlight ng RA 11058. So kung wala kayong Rule 1020, dapat mag-apply na kayo ng Rule 1020. Because Rule 1020 is free. No? Application lang yan sa DOLE. At kung wala is merong penalty na 20 mil. Okay. Walang job safety instruction, 20 mil. Okay, walang training, mandatory workers training, yan kasama to, under that is 25,000. Walang safety signages and devices, pasok ng LLCO, wala nakitang mga safety signages, 30,000. Walang medical supplies, equipment and facilities, kahit first aid kit, wala, 30,000. Walang mai-present. No? Hindi nag-submit ng reportorial requirements, yung WARMA, 30,000. Walang safety officer, 40,000. Walang certified personnel or professionals required by the OSH standards, 40,000. Walang HS committee na set up, 40,000. Walang SDS no? Or MSDS. Walang written SOP. Okay. Standard operating procedures in materials handling. Walang lift plan, walang permit. Yan, 40,000. Walang sanitary and welfare facilities, 40,000. Walang mga certified devices and equipment for the task and safe. Walang PPE or 50 mil. Hindi nagko-comply, inisyuhan na patuloy yung trabaho. That is 50 mil. And other compliance to the other OSH standards, 40 mil. So, yan. Refusal to comply with the OSH standards shall be deemed willful when done voluntarily, deliberately, or intentionally. Yan. So, bibigyan naman tayo ng yung palugit, no, to comply, no. For PPE nga lang, 3 days nakalagay diyan. For other than PPE, it is maximum up to 90 days. 90 days, that is 3 months, no. That's an ample time, no, to comply. Okay, so itong lahat na to siguro nasa mga 300,000, but yung penalty is pag lumampas ka ng 100,000 lang yung i-penalize ni DOLE on your company. Every day naman, every day. So may limit. Repeated obstruction, refusal to provide the Secretary of Labor to access to the covered workplace. Yan, so merong additional administrative fine shall be imposed separate in addition to the daily fine imposed above. Yan, misrepresentation, yung mga hindi nagsasabi ng totoo, making retaliatory measures such as termination of employment, refusal to pay, reducing wages and benefits against anyone who has given information related to the inspection being conducted is meron additional administrative fund. Okay. Okay, so sinasabi nito na should there be 2 or more non-compliance, all penalties shall be imposed provided the total daily penalty will not exceed 100,000. Okay, the RD, the regional director shall, after due notice and hearing, impose appropriate fines taking into account the damage or injury caused and risk involved, including the severity and frequency of the Osh violation, size of the establishment. Okay, so Section 30, ito yung updated duly computerized inspection system. Section 31, the intergovernment coordination, and 32 is the separate clause. Enforcement is one response, but not the only response. Okay, so good news. We are now 20. Okay, so let's have a short break, no? 3-minute break. I call this a pantog break. Okay? 3 minutes. It's okay? Thumbs up naman dyan. Pantog break, CR break lang. Any thumbs up? Okay, thank you. Okay, yan. So, okay, good. We are now 22. After the pantog break, naging 22. All in all. No? Yan. So, I have here some... Kasi kanina, while I am discussing, no, presenting the RA 1105, actually, hindi ko makita yung chat nyo. Okay. Yan. So, okay. Any questions so far? Yung mga nasa kanya yun? Nasa pantog break pa. Okay, RA 11058, yun yung ipin na safety, no? At with that, maraming talagang nagko-comply and continue to comply. At busy rin yung ating mga LLCO, they are visiting lots of establishment to check if they are complying. Yung mga ibang attendees, no, recently that sa face-to-face, talagang for example, 20 attendees, so more than 10 of them are, they say that nabisitahan sila ng dole. And that's why the company is sending them for training for the company to have SOP para maging in compliance with the RA 11058. Okay? I guess pantog break is over. So, I'll share screen the next module. No? Okay, so, open ko muna. Share screen in the next module. Ayan, so, okay, so, can you confirm? Can you see now the slide? Any thumbs up? Thumbs up naman dyan. Hello? Yan. So, kita na yung slide. Okay? So, this is the next slide, the Osh Regulation, Administration, and Enforcement. So, this is somewhat related to the first slide. Anyway, we'll browse on to this. No? The Osh Legislation, Administration, and Enforcement from the BWC, Bureau of Working Conditions, and DOLE. So, Bureau of Working Conditions, ito yung mga Labor Standards Research Division, Wage and Hour Standards Division, and OSH Division, and Inspection Standard Division. So, why do we made its implementation? Ayaw natin na may katulad itong aksidente na ito, talagang maraming fatalities and damage lahat, collapse in building. So, DOLE Trust, promotion of employment and human resource development, and also maintenance of industrial peace, and most important, the workers' protection and welfare. Okay, so OSH standards is the DOLE is the lead agency for this. The legal basis is the PD 442. Okay, so ito yung law, PD 442. So 1974 pa yan, the implementing agency is the DOLE. And this is our yellow book. Kung sino pa sa inyo na hindi pa nakakita ng OSH standards, this is the OSH standards or hitsura ng yellow book. Okay, more siya on yellow. Talaga may konting green at pula. It is a set of mandatory rules. Okay, it's patterned and after international accepted standard like OSHA. Its objective is protection of workers against dangers of injury, sickness, or death. So, duties of the employer na discuss natin kanina, employees, administrative report requirements, yung registration, okay, Rule 1020, sinasabi ko kanina, it's free of charge, valid for the lifetime of the company. So, it can be changed in name, magbabago lang yan kung merong change in name, address, owner, Opening after previous closing. Yan. So, yan. Nagbabago na. Rule 1050. Oh, by the way, yung mga gusto maging OSH practitioner in the future. Okay? I-memorize din yung mga rule. Rule 1020, Rule 1030, training, Rule 1040, HS committee, Rule 1050, notification and keeping of records of work accident illnesses, Rule 1060, premises of establishments, yan, training, 1040, and health and safety committee, Rule 1070, environmental safety, yan, so, yes, okay, marang. Oppo A5 2020. Okay, if you have questions, you can unmute yourself and ask. Okay, Rule 1960, ito na yung mga guidelines sa health services. So, nandyan yung sa OSH standards, actually sa OSH standards, sa Yellow Book, kung makaka-download kayo ng E5, yung mga forms, nandun na rin. Yung mga annual medical report using BWCOH 47A, that is the AMR. AMR isa yun sa mga reportular documents to be submitted to the OLE. So, kasama sa WARMA, the last A. So, Occupational Health and Health Standards. So, Article 157, Emergency Medical and Dental Services. Ganyan. So, ito yung may mga number of workers, ano yung mga hazardous workplace, okay, and non-hazardous workplace. Okay, so sa personnel naman, sa health personnel, so ito yung depende kung ilan yung manpower niyo. So, nakasaad dyan yung ilan yung ano yung mga dapat nandyan. Yung first aid, first aider, first aid medicines, yung doctor part-time or nurse part-time. So, nagdidepende yan kung nasa hazardous or non-hazardous workplace ka. Emergency hospital, na-discuss na rin kanina, no need for an hospital or dental clinic sa site kung meron namang may malapit. Kailangan lang mag-put into writing no, MOA, Memorandum of Agreement, between the hospital and the establishment. Health program, yan. Free conducted free employment medical examination free of charge annual physical examination for workers. So sinasabi ko kanina, Rule 1030, training and accreditation of OSH personnel, accreditation for OSH practitioner, OSH consultant, training organization. Yung ating STO, actually we are on a STO right now. Kailangan din nilang accredit. And accreditation is, I think it's also valid for 3 years. 3 years. Required safety officer, so depende yan sa kung nasa highly hazardous or non-hazardous workplace. Yan, so pinapakita dito, this is actually from before the RA 11058. Ang tawag kasi ni safety, part-time and full-time. So, para hindi kayo magtaka, no? Meron din sa OSH standards. Pag sinasabing part-time safety officer, ang ibig sabihin yan, yung train ng 40 hours or train ng 1 day safety rotation with TOT. Yung SO1 up to SO2. Yun yung part-time. Pag sinabing full-time, ang ibig sabihin ng full-time, yun yung mga SO3 and SO4. Okay, so this, yan, sinasabi yan. Covered. Ito na yung bago, no? Low risk, medium risk, high risk. So, pag nasa high risk, wala na siyang SO1. Ang minimum niya is SO2 pag high risk. Okay? And so on. Yan. So, any clarifications, question about RA 11058? Tanong, saan ko makikita yung guideline niyan, sir? Sa Osh standard. Kaya saan ko makuha yung Osh standard? You can download it kung may internet connection kayo ngayon, malakas, you can download the Osh Standards 2020 edition. Bakit 2020 edition, sir? Kasi yung before, wala siyang RA 11058. Whereas yung bago is merong RA 11058. Yung binasa ko kanina, yung mga...
Baro kayo.
Yes, sir, right. Merong, may tanong si Sir Weller, right? So, ilan ba dito ang nasa construction? Active sa construction? Meron ba? Can you show your hands through the emoticons? It's good to know that we are nasa 32 na tayo participants, including the host and me. Okay? So, lots of people now are interested in safety, even in the sa academe, no? There are safety topics, and I am one of the invited, safety professional to talk about safety for those na sa third year and fourth year college. College students. So, last month lang. So, ano yun, parang ang tema is knowing what is the life of safety. What is safety in the industry? Okay? Safety is everybody's concern. Di ba? And sinasabi ng iba is safety is just common sense. May problema dyan. Ito ano naman. But common sense is not common to everybody. Meaning the level of awareness is different, no? Among other people. Among all people. Medyo sa educational attainment, trainings, okay. Yan, so ika nga what yung parang ating principle is that para we need to know more about safety, we need to attend trainings. The mind or the eyes cannot see what the mind does not know, diba? So we need to be informed. We need to attend trainings, we need to attend meditations for us to have enough knowledge. You don't know that is a hazard if you are not trained. Hazard pala yan. Meaning to say that your level of safety awareness is not that high yet. So, yan. Okay, it's 9:58. It's approaching our morning break. And we are now 39. I have just discussed the RA 11058. Yung mga kakapasok lang and you are listening right now. And pwede pa kayo humabol. No? I have just discussed the 11058, but you can check on the provisions of the 11058, Republic Act 11058 on the Osh standards sa Yellow Book, in which meron namang e-file. Okay. Osh Standards 2020 edition. Okay. Any questions so far? Yan. Si Sir Wilmar Barrios. Sir, please go ahead. Unmute yourself. Nag-raise ng hand si Sir Wilmar. Okay, parang napindutan ni Sir Wilmar. Okay, calling once, calling twice, calling thrice. Since none, Sir Dentor, can we pause for a break, 15-minute break?
Yes, let's have a break.
Okay,
For,
let's have a 10-minute break, a 15-minute break.
15 minutes.
Okay, please be back by 10:15.
Sakto ganyan buat. Mereka kalau flap itu dia. Paling luar